appreciation to our principal ma'am, Mrs. Amita Mohan ma'am, who is our constant source of inspiration. Her tireless efforts to ensure the well-being and success of our students are a beacon of motivation for all of us. You are the spark that ignites the fire within us, and we are grateful that you never let that fire die. PDP, that is the Professional Development Program 2025, is designed to empower our teachers with the latest knowledge, skills, and best practices in education. So here we've got another fantastic day lined up with interactive sessions, group discussions, and hands-on activities. And I'm so proud to introduce my friend and colleague, the resource person for today's PDP. Let's welcome Ms. Madhulika Rao Malhotra. She's with Amity since October 2020. She excels in breaking down concepts into engaging hands-on activities. She's a firm believer that a teacher's excitement is contagious and inspiring to students to embrace learning with enthusiasm. Don't worry, teachers, we have the coffee flowing. So let's get settled and dive into this engaging and inspiring session for today. Good morning, everyone. Right from the start, there's an activity. You all have a question or an answer. Let's start up, please. And can I have the question and answer speak together? Who has 23? Who is all right, teachers, are we paired up? Yes, I'm 4-1. So you're my partner, I think. Thank you, teachers, for cooperating, and you can now grab your seats. So I am an English teacher, therefore hello. Now I'm in math, therefore the code. Any guesses? 5, 1, 2. Ma'am, the letter is number 8. Position of the letter. So it was a hello in math and it is a hello in English. It's a mystery. The PDP itself is a mystery one, so it had to be a mystery. The next mystery is on the board. Something interesting to warm ourselves up while the coffee is coming. 5. Most students say now I don't have a J. I don't have any answers, teachers. So the parallel tables can confirm. I have 32 from this table. 32, everybody agrees for 32? Alright. Thank you so much, and I formally welcome you to my PDP session.
Class, a very warm welcome to all of you to the math mystery session. I'm really honored and privileged to be here, and this could not have been possible without our guiding lights, our respected chairperson, ma'am, and Dr. Ashok Johan, sir, our founder president, sir, through whom these PDP sessions are organized. My gratitude to our inspiring and motivating principal, ma'am, Mrs. Anita Mohan, ma'am. She always encourages and motivates us to put our best foot forward, even if we don't feel like it that day. Thank you so much to all our guiding lights. And with that, teachers, let's straight dive in to our PDP. So I'm sure this is for everybody. Everybody has such a child in the class. Ma'am, I don't like math. Ma'am, English I can do. Ma'am, SST I can do. Ma'am, math? No, ma'am, not math. So I thought, let us math teachers prove to them that numbers rule letters. How do numbers rule letters? Let's see. Numbers rule letters. The word numbers in Scrabble has greater value than the word letters. 9 digits, infinite numbers. 26 letters, only 1 million words. And that too, Oxford Dictionary says it's 1,71 approximately thousand words that are in use. Oh my God, look at the numbers. Democratic country, not democratic letters. Capitals, smalls, all digits are the same. And together they can make trillion numbers. So numbers trump letters. As my son says, numbers can eat alphabets, and numbers have actually eaten alphabets. This is the new language. Can English have a word for nothing? But we have zero. We could actually create a zero and tell you guys what is nothing. But English requires there is nothing here. Ignore this. It is not there. But zero tells you that there is nothing. Nothing exists. So numbers, teachers, actually rule letters. Even Scrabble, the most worded game, even the most worded game of English language requires us numbers. That is the power of math, and that is the kind of inspiration we require our children to develop. That it is numbers that are ruling the world today. This year is definitely most important. As Sumiti ma'am yesterday showed you a video. So, can I just play the video again? I know it played yesterday, but may I go ahead? Can I have a thumbs up? Thank you so much.
Life is not just a year, it's a mathematical wonder. How? Let's find out.
I think now the owners called on us that we have to make 2025 a mathematical year for our students. We really have to work hard to make it a mathematical year. So let's brainstorm some more.
It's a mathematical.
Why is this our reality today? Why is this a reality for all of us? We are wonderful teachers, but I think this is a reality for all of us. So I would just like to take some volunteers and let's brainstorm on the whiteboard. Why is this a reality? Let's figure out. Can I have some volunteers? Otherwise, I'll have to call out some numbers. Some numbers. Okay, the pair who is 4. The question and the answer 4. If the pair could walk up. Ma'am, you have to come up. Let's wish her. It's her birthday. Monica ma'am's birthday. Let's take a minute to wish her also. Happy birthday, ma'am. We should have the birthday girl. Yes, question and answer come together, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Why do we feel this is our reality? I would just like your input. Why do you believe that this is our reality? Because I believe this is a reality. This is happening.
I believe. Because of the distractions.
Because of distractions?
Lot of distractions.
Ma'am, if I have to describe the picture, what I can say is the child is confused, scared, puzzled, looking at the numbers.
Phobia.
And the reason could be because the child is not practicing this every day.
Okay.
So that could be one of the reasons. Or the concept needs to be taught in a different manner. We have to go to the students' level and.
Lecture method?
Yes.
Okay. So lack of practice, scared, confused. I heard somebody say that conceptual clarity.
Somehow I
One
find that
concept
other
is
subjects children can mug up and
Yeah.
produce it on the piece of paper. But in math, it's not like whatever questions you've done at home, you may not get the same set of questions. Yeah. Lack of, what I will say, lack of presence of mind. They're not able to use their mind on the spot. Can I add something more?
Yes, ma'am.
I think
Everybody
the
has
nature, maths as if we see the nature of the subject, unlike other subjects, I think
Maths is a very different nature because maths is not something that you can grasp from anywhere. It is, it happens step by step method. So if the previous concepts are not clear, the child will be puzzled.
Yes.
So it works like a ladder. If you are not comfortable on the first step, you cannot climb up onto the next level.
Yeah, if some child is not comfortable or has not practiced addition, that child won't be able to do multiplication.
absolutely.
So that's like building blocks.
Yes.
I'm very honored.
मुझे जो लगता है जो अपना एक्सपीरियंस है नानी की माँ ने नानी को दूध पिलाया हुआ आ जाएगा दूध पी ले उसने अपनी बेटी को पिलाया माँ ने हुआ आ जाएगा दूध पी ले किसी ने हुआ देखा नहीं ना तो वही एक हुआ है एंड यू आर द ड्राइविंग फोर्स घिया की सब्जी किसी को पसंद है नहीं ना कोफ्ते सबको पसंद है ना दैट इज इट तो यू आर द ड्राइविंग फोर्स पहले दिन क्लास के अंदर अगर वो हुआ आपने भगा दिया वो कोफ्ता बना दिया तो यू आर द सक्सेसफुल पर्सन इन दैट राइट वो जो फोबिया है आई रिमेंबर दैट देयर वाज अ मूवी इन हिंदी कौन सी मूवी थी नहीं एक उसमें वो क्या करता है कि उसकी जो फियांसी होती है उसको मेढक से बड़ा डर लगता है शी हैज द फोबिया ऑफ मेढक ना बहुत पुरानी मूवी है 80-90 के आसपास की राइट तो वो क्या करता है एक दिन कि तालाब से मेढक पकड़ के लाता है और हाथ में रख लेता है और मेढक को कर लेता है उल्टा राइट और मेढक का पेट ऊपर है तो वो कहता है आंख बंद कर ले तेरे लिए गिफ्ट लाया तो वो कर लेती है फिर कहती है अच्छा आंख खोलना ना कभी जब मैं तभी खोलना तो वो कहता है अच्छा जरा बता हाथ लगा के मैं क्या लाया है तो मेढक के पेट पे जब वो हाथ फिराती है तो वो चिकना चिकना लगता है गुलगुला सा राइट तो दशहरी आम लाया राइट तो कहते और सोच कुछ आइडिया नहीं मैं समझ गई तू दशहरी आम लाया मेरे लिए कहते अब धीरे से आंख खोल और जैसे ही उसने देखा मेढक तो एकदम वो चीखी मैंने अब तक तेरे को कहा क्या इसने कुछ नहीं ना तो दिस इज द फोबिया वी हैव टू कम अक्रॉस वी हैव टू क्रॉस दैट बैरियर तो वो जॉयफुल इंटरेस्टिंग और मीनिंगफुल और इसलिए हम लोग इकट्ठे हुए इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे कि हो सकता है कि आपके पास कोई और जादुई पिटारा हो गवर्नमेंट भी जादुई पिटारा दे रही है राइट तो बच्चे के अंदर उसको कैसे हाउ कैन वी मेक इट जॉयफुल इंटरेस्टिंग मीनिंगफुल वो एक्टिविटीज उनको हमें यहाँ कंपाइल करना है एक दूसरे से शेयर करना है enrich empower and sensitize in the way कि उसका वो जो फोबिया है वो जो बैरियर है उसको हम गिरा पाए उसके अंदर से ये आवाज आए मैम गिव मी मोर दैट इज इट
sir has actually hit the nail on the head that there is a phobia that runs across generations. It comes from the top. We had all had enough PTMs who have met enough parents who said, "Ma'am, मुझे ही maths नहीं आती."
पेरेंट्स का ही वो प्रॉब्लम है।
मैम मैं तो फेल थी मैथ्स में और a lot of fathers come, मैम मेरी वाइफ पढ़ाती है मैं पढ़ा नहीं पाता and she doesn't know maths, right? It's a stereotype, but this happens. The other thing which is very important to remember, sir rightly pointed out, and sir, I don't have staff to offer, so I have to some topics are pending from this table for participating. That it's an abstract subject. There is nothing that they see. They have to build it up in their mind. So that is the biggest stumbling block that we have, which is why today's PDP, one of the most or the major components of my PDP is a lot of interesting activities that we can use to transform that abstract into a reality, into something that they can see and build up. Now, before that, I would like to just focus on this particular cycle because we have children at various stages of this particular cycle. And it's actually a cycle because the moment you have one bad experience, you start having negative thoughts about the entire subject. They never think it's only addition I am bad at. They think I am bad at math. It is not just addition I am bad at. I am completely washed out where the subject is concerned. There is no confidence. When you don't have confidence, you will never approach the subject. Why? Because you're busy trying to just boost yourself up rather than letting your mind focus on the problem in front of you. That is what happens. Most children have such fear of that particular subject that they are not able to move beyond it. And this is actually some numbers for thought. These are actually some numbers for thought. This is how bad it is with reference to math. So I'm just giving everyone a moment to absorb the kind of numbers that are available, which is very sad because right now all careers that you have, specifically AI, computers, everything is number based. Logical thinking is required for all of them, and which comes from mathematics. So this is the fear. This is the fear that we have, and I would like for all of us to take a minute to decode the fear to understand what the child goes through. It is pride, edginess, anxiety, and restlessness. And I'm sure all of us have seen those children. Even a simple thing as, can you solve this on the board for me? If you say to that child, you can judge that that child is paralyzed. He'll just start looking around. I'm absent today. Somebody else has to be given that particular job. So this is what a child is going through. And now I have this word in front of me. Anybody, I just erase the board, give everybody a clean whiteboard. What is this word?
Arithmetic phobia.
Exactly. It is, the fear has actually transformed into phobia. That is how bad it is that math requires its own noun. Math actually requires its own noun. That's how bad it is. Which is a very sad thing from all of us because we are mathematics teachers, but the phobia is that bad that it requires a name for itself. And like I said, it's over generations. Now, there are some tangibles and intangibles that we can work on. Before I begin, can I please have someone coming in and telling me what tangibles we can work on to avoid the phobia and what are the intangibles? Like Sir said, somebody may have a Jadui Pitara and we don't have it. So let's all come together and share. We can't get a better platform than the PDP. Please, someone, thank you so much. I have to call numbers again. So somebody please volunteer. I think last time took number 4. This time let's give number 5 a turn. So question 5. What you do with it are your tangibles or intangibles that you can work on.
This is obviously the manipulators that we use, okay, to make any abstract
abstracted to concrete. So manipulators are something that we can use.
So ma'am is saying that we have to incorporate more manipulators. I think she gets a thumbs up from all of us. We have to work on that. Next. More hands-on, all right. Relationship, thank you. I really like this. Thank you so much, ma'am. Where does the child relate this knowledge? How does the child understand what does this number mean? We'll just talk more about it. So our approach to our child first has to be child-centric. Yesterday, Sumiti ma'am made a very valuable point that how you talk to that child, he absorbs it or she absorbs it and they remember it. Specifically, those who do not like this particular subject, they will always associate a teacher to their dislike. It will never be that I was bad at the subject. It is that इस teacher ने मुझे कुछ बोल दिया था and I have never liked that subject. Like till date, I'm very afraid of volume because when I was taught volume, my teacher never could convey that you move from a 2D shape to a 3D shape. So I couldn't figure out where height is coming from. For the life of me, I couldn't figure it out. It took me the longest time to disassociate area from volume and figure out that they're two different things. We always remember the teacher that taught us or the teacher that was the worst teacher for us. Those two teachers, I think all of us, you can raise your hands, all of you would remember that one bad teacher you had or that one good teacher you had. So in our approach, we have to focus on our child and like ma'am said, we have to relate to that particular child. Now I have a child in my class, Isha, she's quite scared of maths and again she starts trembling if you just ask her a simple question because she's very fond of dance. So I always remind her of a Kathak or a Bharatanatyam, how many beats do you do? So keep counting those beats and we'll get your tables. We have to come down to their level. It is stressful for us completely, but that's what we have to do. Ultimately, we are there for the 32 children who are sitting in our class with us. The fourth thing I would like to talk here is how many of us have praised a child who's made an error? Do we feel we should praise a child who's made an error? Yes? Yes? Exactly. We have to appreciate the fact that that child tried the equation, even if he doesn't understand math, math is mystery to him, he appreciated. Also, the second thing I would like to highlight, and I'm sure all of us are doing this, we have to make him understand that his error was a calculation error or a conceptual error. Most of the time, the children end up making a calculation error and mistakenly think they don't understand the concept and will never try again because they do that one page of working this and they are obviously ma'am, I just don't get this. What is it? I don't understand it. I can't do it, ma'am. We've all had those children raising their hands at the end and saying, ma'am, I just can't get it. So disassociating a conceptual error from a calculation error, I feel really helps the child understand that it is not you who is the problem. It's just this situation happened in such a way. Maybe you missed a step or carry or borrow, they all do it. We've also done it. I'm sure continue to make calculation errors ourselves despite having so much of experience. So now moving to the manipulators. Why? Because very simple. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. So let's start with some game. I have a set of flashcards here which I have made and I'm just going to distribute amongst few teachers and someone. One card. I'm going to apologize, I know you're all eating, but could you hold up your flashcards? Okay. That's okay, I'll give you the turn. Now, ma'am, whenever they come from third to fourth, I think we all first start with the place value system again. We recap, and I feel, at least this is a problem I have faced, moving them to the two different place value tables, which is Indian and international, causes a lot of problems. So this is the game we hold practically every April. We've given flashcards. Now you have friends. My only request is, ma'am, call out any number. Don't repeat the digits. Can I have the numbers? Please stand up, and you will arrange yourself as per the number, as per what? Commas. So the commas are very important. Number 4.
Oh, okay. Okay, 42,362. Oh.
Yeah.
6-digit number in international.
523,000.
I'll not write.
109. 109 also we got. Thousand. 109.
International. I don't know. You are the teacher now. You have to tell. You are the
It is right wrong.
They're right? Yes. Now Indian. Now let the teacher also change. Let the teacher also change. Indian number. Indian number same. Indian number. One more comma. I have to check. Change into Indian.
Five lakh 23,000. 109.
So both international and Indian system like this. Ma'am, can we have one more number? Or anything, your choice, Indian or international.
2,46,913. 2,46,913. 2,46,913. 46,000.
And except we again let us when we're starting the chapter. Ma'am, I don't know that correct.
They are correct. Absolutely correct.
Yeah, correct? All
So
right.
now do you want an international?
Ma'am, if you can check the international.
The same digits?
Alright.
Alright. 246,913.
Yes, now please.
Correct?
Are they correct? Correct.
Bingo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Can I make you guys run a little bit now? For a little bit more. Little bit more we can do running. Yes? Okay. Ma'am, shall I take them out? Yes. Do take this. Yes. So we have to be in the gallery and we have to run this side. So we stand up at this side and we run this side. All right. All of us can go. You can enjoy the sun. And I also get to see who's running, who's actually running. Then go out.
इसके साथ कौन सा रूम है ये वाली लाइब्रेरी ना 37 का था मैंने अभी देखा वो लोग अभी जान पड़ जाएगी दिया से कि मैंने But how they will see the camera now? How they'll check in the camera now? अभी तो मैंने वही चीज बोला कैमरा वाला ऑनलाइन ओपनिंग नहीं दीदी ने मना करा, दीदी ने बोला मैम रहने दो, अब गेम मत खेलो। टीचर अभी आई है, उसका नाम है
If I can continue, so the relay is basically just that. I think everybody got the concept that you pass it. So typically, this is a nice way whenever you are checking anybody's knowledge of tables, or you introduce the concept of multiples, and you just want to see which is that child who is nodding his or her head, but actually does not understand it. And in chorus is happy to say the multiple, but on his or her own, they are not able to answer what is the multiple, right? Benefits of this game is one, it is testing everybody's, it is triggering everybody's kinesthetic intelligence, which I think right now multiple intelligence is something we always talked about. In the six C's, it helps in collaboration because it's a collaborative activity, it's a group activity. Critical thinking, they have to think for themselves. There is no support material, there is no textbook, there is no notebook, there is no GWN, nothing to help them out. They have to think there on the spot, right? And of course, as teachers, for us, it's very easy to conduct. You can simply do it in your corridor or take them to the ground. When you take them to the ground, it's nice also, it's a change for them and they get to have a lot of fun. So they absorb this concept much better. Besides which, like we say, if you love something, if you enjoy something, you learn it much, much better. So that's the benefit of this particular type of activity. Alright.
Same can be done with the factors.
Absolutely, ma'am. You can modify this activity to anything. So, for example, if you were to take up maybe repeated subtraction, ma'am, if you had to do facts of division, how many can write? You can do graffiti art with this. So, we are all teachers, we are very creative. We can modify this activity to suit whichever chapter, whatever we are undertaking at that particular point of time. Couple of activities that tickle the mind. I just broadly put them in some categories. There are no fixed rules about which category, so we just go through some. In games and crafts, just so we are going to play one more game right now with the humble calendar. First of all, I'm sure all of you have played the Magic Square game with all your students, right? Any other games that you can think of? Tambola. Okay. If one of you could just elaborate for all that math bola
like you have the bola ticket, yes, and they will draw a ticket on A4 size sheet, yes, and they will write the numbers from 1 to 50. Correct. Any number they can write. And then we will, the teacher will say some mental math questions. For example, 4 into 5. So who got 20 the ticket, they will strike off. So the person who strike off all the numbers first, that is the winner.
Very nice, very good play on the right. We actually use this, we combine it with mindful eating, and after we introduce the concept of mindful eating, we just tell them a story. So we basically combine storytelling. So I tell them, and this is an activity which is also in our worksheet 5. We tell them, so for example, it's Madhurika, right? Madhurika every second day can eat, say, a chocolate or an ice cream. Every third day she eats something, and every fifth day she eats something. Now they do their skip counting, they do their multiples, and they come to the LCM on their own. So this is a fun activity we can use to introduce LCM. This
We also do it with
exactly, ma'am. This is a very fun way, and you integrate also. We all have to focus on integration these days. Under NP, it's very, very important that we integrate the different subjects. So this is a fun and a good way of making them understand what exactly is multiples. Otherwise, again, it's an abstract. They don't understand what do you mean by the LCM. What does it mean? So when you do this, when you highlight it like this, they actually figure out what does the word LCM mean and how am I calculating it. Now we are going to play some bingo games. I have some bingo tickets here. I'll just hand over.
most students have got marks. Anybody have not been silent? So I'm giving you bingo cards to everyone. Now, typically we do this activity once we have taught the divisibility rules. The idea is a concept test typically gets very boring. How do you figure it out? And everybody's ma'am asked me today, me, I'm not feeling well, stomachache is happening, or something is paining here in the knee. So all those things happen. So we don't tell them we are doing a big a concept test. Now, if you can see, ma'am, I have used different colors. Can you make out? So the idea is you have a whole host of numbers which are completely different, and you just put a dot of which is divisible by which. I hope the screen is making it clear. And at the end, I give them points. Now, typically, 2, 3, 6, 4, very easy to figure out. 5 is very easy to figure out. So, 1 point for that. The rule of 7, rule of 11. Now, here 11 is easy because it's 2 digits. But if I manipulate the ticket and I take out a ticket that has 3 digits or 4 digits, then 11 becomes tough. So then 11 gets more points. And at the end, so if you give them say 5 minutes to do this, at the end, everybody then tabulates their points. So if you could all take 2-3 minutes and I just do a mock tabulation. Ma'am, you can do this, but everybody has different pens. So I would suggest just keep a record and tell me your own recipe. I give you the number of points. Here are the points. So for 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, because they are easy ones. 2 is very easy. Everything that's even is 2. So you have to now give me your totals. Right? So you take out your totals. Ma'am, it's pink. It's showing like that. It's actually pink. Anybody who is you are doing the divisibility, ma'am. So what is it? Yeah, you have different colors, right? No, I understand. But you got the real one. So now you will tell me total of whatever. And because it's random, the numbers are random. It's nobody can say, ma'am, he had more numbers than I did. It's completely random. I just put the point.
So ma'am, my ticket is worth how many points? So that means that child has so many different things. So rather than a concept test, ma'am, we are not done. Ma'am, we are done. Yes, got good point. And what is the five No, ma'am. Whiteboard. Who has one point? Because two is the easiest part. I'm about to mark five, ma'am. I just put five. So now we figure out now are they prime or are they composite? You understood, ma'am? Now the numbers that are left out, we have to check with the child. Do we find them as prime numbers or composite? Ma'am, give me your point. Please tell me your name. 39. Ma'am, your name, ma'am. Two, three, five. And your name, ma'am? So now see, this is a typical class. Ma'am, like points for prime numbers. So Sakshi ma'am has got 48. Sakshi ma'am after telling you, I am giving her 2 So this is exactly what happens in the classroom. Ma'am, I take it high. Points for prime numbers also. Done. I think you all can understand it's a very fun way of recapping something or testing their knowledge. Rather than making them fear, oh my god, ask the concept test and man, revise it is better that we just tell them revise and we play this way so that they get into that flow of feeling happy about something. I promise I have copies for all. Alright, storytelling. Storytelling is again another method, and we all heard Secretary Chairperson ma'am talk about storytelling, why it's important. And she's given many anecdotes from her own life, how when her grandmother told her stories, she still remembers them today. So I I think in December, I can at least very confidently speak for class 4. We just finished the metric system. Some of you, we are in the middle, but some of you might have just finished the metric system. So let's pretend we are back in our class and a fun way of recapping your metric system. So this is Yara. She is going on a journey and let's figure out. She needs to reach the airport using a taxi. So let's help her out. These are the rules that she has been told by her parents, that her handbag should be less than 7 kgs. Her check-in bag height should be less than 6 centimeters. 6 meters. So, ma'am, please help her out.
I've told you her backpack weight and I've told you the height. Can she do it or does she have to do something now?
Ma'am, the weight of the handbag backpack is greater than 7 kg.
Okay.
And the height of this bag is fine.
Okay, fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. So a simple way that they have done the conversion, we don't actually ask them for conversion. We are just asking a yes or no, but they are forced to do a conversion. Same logic we can apply using liquids, liters. Now I've added a little bit of time also here and duration. You can move it forward now. Just in case you're all wondering why I'm talking of roads, again, integration point, the next week happens to be road safety week. So the idea was to integrate road safety week with the metric system and help them recap, because they come to classes, I'm sure we all have those blank faces. So I feel this is a nice way to start with a story and take them forward, let them recap what they already know of the metric system, and then bring them back to proper paper and pen. I put in a little bit of money here. I just felt it was nice to get money, maybe get a bill made by them, and that will help them convert things. Duration. Okay, coming to some crafts now. So we've all done the border of flower, we've all done the bookmarks, and we just have a small activity to do regarding angles. But before I proceed to angles, how many played Pac-Man? In our younger age, we've done Pac-Man. I think the idea is very clear what we have to make. So let's take a fun break and make some Pac-Man angles. So I can see a lot of creativity happening. There are my students have made split angles also. Ma'am, you can cut out the map. Ma'am, it's your choice. Ma'am, if anybody is done with the scissor, can I request a scissor faster? There, ma'am has made one angle. Ma'am, what kind of angle? I don't know. Is she correct? She said it's obtuse. I don't know. I think ma'am obtuse. Right angle. So ma'am, you have to check. She is holding up an acute angle. I don't know. Class? Yes, ma'am. Yes? Yes, ma'am. Only guys. There is obtuse, very nice. I got straight angle also. I'm surprised nobody did a straight. I must share this. Oh, very nice. Ma'am has made a fish only. See, this is creativity, critical thinking. Oh, what is that, ma'am? Four angle. So I was just narrating an incident. A child in my class said, I will not do it. I said, why? But you have to do it. No, ma'am, zero angle. He just, that's great. Yes, please come forward, ma'am. Or you can hold it up. So the online listeners can also see. Ma'am, there is a birthday cab also. I think ma'am, you can give that one to Monica, ma'am. And there is a birthday cab. There is a fish. Very nice. Right angle, obtuse angle. Ma'am is also making a fish. It's amazing to see the creativity that comes out now. Oh, very nice. Different angles happening. Reflex angle, acute angle. Very nice, ma'am. Straight angle. I've got this one also. Straight angle. Right angle. Very nice. Shweta ma'am is also full creativity. Very nice, ma'am. I want to cut straight at times. A request has come from online. If you could all move forward, those who have, because the online teachers would like to see what it actually means. So if you come forward so that the camera here can capture or the camera there.
Resource person faces it. No. They are asking now that the resource person should be in the range of the camera. That time turning the camera towards you. Okay, never mind. We did this activity of making angles using this. So you have to create using one circle only. Okay. So the angle that we have taken out, we need to use it somewhere. Okay. So the cutout is also very mindful, ma'am. Very mindful.
So thank you, teachers. I'm sure I can see smiling faces. So I'm sure the activity is great for you and the children also. Good job. Great work. Ma'am highlighted one very important point. So ma'am highlighted one very important point that the children must use the cutout as well, so that they know no waste. And I think ma'am, of clap. That's very nice work. No waste. Very nice. we deal with money, often they don't understand the combination that comes out. So what we do is we make different value of wallets. This wallet, as you can see, the orange color is a 200 rupee wallet. Now they put a note of 100. How does 100 become 200? When you have two notes of 100. Same logic. How does 50 become 200? 4. So you can do this with various denominations, and this is a nice activity that can even go in their portfolio. It has great recall. They understand that how do I get this value wallet with different denominations. We even did this with coins. So we had coins cut out and they multiplied and told us, ma'am, if these many coins will make this. If I have 10 bundles of 10 rupees, then I get 100. Like that. So you can extend it to any level that you want. But it's a good way of making them understand money and how denominations are occurring. This is a nice way of recollecting your knowledge of lines. So oftentimes, lines typically for us occurs when pollution is going on. We basically make them recap by giving one input at a time. So for example, I would always start by saying, draw line segment AC, which is parallel to the border of your notebook. One, the child should know line segment has two definite ending points. What is parallel? What is the bottom of my notebook? In fact, when we actually do English also, if I ask them, then they tell me, ma'am, I understand my prepositions also. Because you've told me location or the position. So you can ask them, okay, now draw a curvy line, a wavy line, something that is perpendicular, something that is intersecting. And like that, you can make various figures of Bharti art. This lines concept, I would like to just give you a little ribbon and see how many can recollect some fun games you played with the ribbon. Ma'am, any game any game you can recollect with the ribbon. So ma'am, you think something can be taught like this? Yes. But please stand up and let them also see.
Something like this, I don't remember exactly. But you should come out of the hand.
Ma'am, what kind of line? Vertically opposite angle, the parallel lines, anything else? Intersecting. And what is the shape in the middle? What is the shape in the middle? Which figure is coming in the middle? So four sides, two triangles.
Now you put your hand. We can also
Again, I feel
we can also make a circle using two markers, one
and one absolutely. Now the thing is, now you can play this game a little differently. You can actually take the whole roll and make 4 students stand. Make the students stand. So multiple polygons she's made. Ma'am, this is after the PDP session. I think I should pull back on the activities. Yeah, no, ma'am. So, ma'am, these are actually bunting ribbons. These are bunting ribbons, and the bunting is the yellow Pac-Man. The bunting is the yellow Pac-Man. You can take out and use. And the optimum sustainability, ma'am. Sustainability. So, necessity for mother hall inventions. Okay, now songs, I think we all play, and it's a wonderful way of either introducing or recapping. I often use it for introduction because I feel it sort of makes them a little happy about the topic and it gets them enthusiastic about the topic. So, and we can have one, I think rounding off is coming up. Rounding off. Children can start dancing.
When round down it stays where it had begun.
ये वीडियो बना लो मैम वीडियो
Around it shed, it changed to
मैम ये वीडियो शॉर्ट वीडियो
then it's the
So personally, ma'am, why I like this because the tune is catchy and they keep repeating the formula or the way of rounding up and rounding down. And in class, it's very easy if you have something like this to basically every time you're doing it, I tell them to sing it under your breath. You will understand what you're doing. It's very easy to work with something like this. So another way of making it fun. The other thing that we have, this is, I think most might be that most of you are aware of this, but this was a little new while I was researching. It's called the jigsaw strategy. So what it is it's a way of flipping the classroom. We've all spoken about flipping the classroom where we are getting the students to be the learners. But very often that kind of doesn't work because they don't really know the nuances or somebody knows something, the other person knows something else. So here how the jigsaw strategy works is that now if I use these tables, each table is for example given a shape. So like they become rectangles or you also become rectangles, they become squares, they become trapeziums, parallelograms, quadrilaterals or rhombus, anything. And you discuss first, you use the knowledge of U5, U6 of what is a trapezium or what is a rhombus, what is a rectangle. Once you have done that, you shift out. So the new tables that you end up making will have one expert of a rectangle, one expert of a rhombus, one of a quadrilateral, one of a parallelogram. And then the teacher gives the input that now you are putting yourselves together. Now you for your own self devise the tree map. Otherwise, it's usually the facilitator who gives them the tree map or the hierarchy of a quadrilateral. But you flip the classroom and you tell them, now you please do it. So can I request if you two tables would be rectangles? Yes, ma'am, you people can be square, parallelogram, ma'am, rhombus. What is that? Trapezium. So I'll give you a minute and then we'll have the shuffle and a tree mapping.
shift the table map. On the new map, when we shift the table, they can enter the map. So you show the table
Ma'am, if you all are ready to shift out, so we can make the new tables. You can start with this table right now. Underneath is a rectangle, underneath is a parallelogram, a quadrilateral, a rhombus, and together now putting your heads together. Oh, you should be above me, you should be below me, or you are the same as me. So that is how the hierarchy works. Right?
Everybody has to get up and
Move the tables, move to another table, get another person like this.
so if you want to get some work, you make different tables. Set different tables. You have to see when the members are coming to your team, then everybody is having different.
So now that is when you will decide where will it fit or can it fit, not fit.
And you can decide.
So it will come, ma'am, if you actually have to make it, it will come apart from that. Okay, can I have 3 rectangles to volunteer? Let me make one table. 3 rectangles. Can I have 3 people for rectangles? 3 rectangles. Can I have 3 people for rectangles? I should not have AFP probably. No, there is one. That's fine. You can just choose this one. Ma'am, you are 30 minutes. So can I have one citizen joining there too? Ma'am, you are rhombus. One rhombus and one square. Ma'am, what is now? Rectangle. Sorry. Ma'am, what shape? So can I have one parallelogram? Who is parallelogram? Parallelogram? Square is Ma'am, the rest can also make. You can also join your group. You can place any hierarchy you have. I have expected, but okay, this group is really getting into the art and craft. We are having some paper cutting also happening here. Your example of how children will carry to class. Ma'am, you are very well behaved children. Nobody spoke in the other with a single ma'am. Ma'am, I'm a little jealous of your handwriting. Ma'am, I'm giving star for handwriting. Okay, anybody not clear about the activity? I'm volunteering. I think I've made too many activities out. Everybody's tired. Nobody's getting up to join the other group. So many activities. Everybody's contributing is there now.
How they are like the voluntary has shared, and this is my thought, so others can perceive. Others also by sharing what they have observed, and these are the you can find out also who is good at cutting, who is good at cutting, who is good at pasting, who is good at drawing.
She's writing also. Very important. Later. Next chapter. Rhombus example. Real life examples. Good one, logically.
Some guys
That's a nice idea. So easier example, handbags. You often struggle. Handbags. Bathtub. Alright, inverted bathtub. Size profile of the bathtub. Bottom of the popcorn holder. The popcorn. This is an actual class, so I should start. Focus, focus, everybody focus. Yeah, I should start that. That's how we make the present. So, this is present.
Ruby ma'am. Ruby ma'am.
Okay, ma'am, you can share this lecture. So, can we get a big round of applause? This is our expert group. So this is how basically this works. So they are just one group, but you have made multiple groups like this, and this is where you are presenting. Not necessarily that each group would have come up with this. Somebody would have done it hierarchically. Somebody might have done it as a bubble map, a mind map. Yeah, there she's not been signed up. She has done it hierarchically. That's fine, ma'am. That's fair. So this is basically called the jigsaw strategy, where you put the pieces of puzzle in a different manner. First, you let them discuss as an expert, and then you send one more expert of each idea and make another table. This is even on the same table if you have, but this what it helps, ma'am, is that once you brainstorm twice, you brainstorm once as just a rectangle, and then you brainstorm as a quadrilateral, right? So it works in that manner. And you can do it with anything. I've just taken a parallelogram, I've taken the quadrilateral, you can use it in any manner that you want. The last thing I want to introduce is, so for us English teachers, I'm sure you as class teachers, you all recently used the learning accelerator. In learning accelerator, now there is a tab for math progress as well. I don't know how many have seen that or worked on it. So there is a math progress there. It's a math feature. If you go to the assignment section of Teams, I'll just take you to my class team. I'm just giving button. Just go leave it. So this is my actual class team. Come to assignments, go to where learning accelerator comes and come to math progress. You can actually generate worksheets, online worksheets to the math progress. The beauty of this is that we all have differentiated level of learners in our class, and we all have their specific IDs. So you can create 3 different assignments and assign it to your different groups, different students. So you can make a worksheet that is superior for the really bright ones. You can make a basic level worksheet for your weak ones and accordingly assign them their particular worksheet. And because it has an AI feature, there is a lot of help in generating the questions. So this is another feature that we can use, and we can, because it is online, the AI automatically tracks your students' progress also. What is their accuracy level, whether how much they are attempting, what are the number of errors also they make. Similar to what they are doing in English. Particularly. Somewhere I feel trust. I agree with you, but I somewhere feel it is trust also. And help also. Exactly. Ma'am, that in online classes also we have players which we have to, that's a part of the school.
We have to encourage basically honesty.
So this was basically my Jadui Patara of tools, and with that, I'm actually going to throw it open to you all. If any success stories you have, any crafts, activities, games that you have, please come forward and share what all we can do as math teachers to make math fun. Basically, solving the mystery of math. So anybody who would like to come forward, ma'am, please. Nobody wants to come and share. Anything, whatever. Or you can become we do the factor bug, which children really enjoy. We make factor bugs in the copy and then we cut it out. They really enjoy it. That's one thing. Yeah. Factor rainbow also. But with factor rainbow, now they have to make sure the curves is correct. So now factor takes more, they enjoy it. Yeah. Multiple factor was wonderful. That's another activity that they really enjoy.
So wherever the class gets a little monotonous, one activity, physical activity is very simple, like just stand up and show parallel lines with your hands. From this angle, from the acute angle, from the right angle, that's one thing. Then otherwise, I say put your right hand up when I shall call out the prime number. Put your left hand up when it's a composite number. So these helps them to keep revising these things. Do they have learned it, quite some time back? So these things just help them revise whenever the class gets monotonous, something like this. Or if I call out a table of 5, all those roll numbers which are multiples of 5 kids are down. Roll numbers with multiples of 7. Put your right hand up. So these are things which break the monotony of the class, one thing. And second, it keeps it helps in revising concepts which have already been done. Thank you.
Examples we actually introduced in our introduction yoga. Good morning, everyone. I did a pictograph activity with students recently only. What I did is I just wrote some of the favorite snacks on the board, and I used a sticker notes shape of stars. So वो mini so वगैरह आप ले सकते हैं. And you can just write your name, or you can just tell the student just write your name and come and paste on the board whatever you like it. So we did the pictograph activity with that.
Right now, we use geometric data.
When anything is like a child. Yeah, houses. So these are nice ways actually together here we can tell each other what are the various ways we can share and make math more interesting. That was the idea behind the PDP. I hope you took some valuable things to do back in your classes. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Ma'am, your refreshments are coming here only. We'll be having here, and then we move to the auditorium for the second and third session simultaneously. We'll run back to back. Right? So, ma'am, till that time, anybody would like to share their feedback, anything, most welcome. The floor is open.